Hi people, welcome to the Dialogue Body Language reading. I'm looking at Darlie Routier. This was in the 80s. She was convicted of murdering her 2 children. Now it's a pretty awful story. She was married to a wealthy man where they both set up a business together, so they were living in a wealthy part of Texas. What happened was that, supposedly according to her, Darlie, is that a man broke into her house in the middle of the night and killed her 2 sons and slashed her neck and her arm and then took her off. So the children were dead. She screamed, the husband was upstairs, and then they called the cops. Now I'm looking at her body language. She see what she's saying.
Sylvia Chase went to the women's death row in Gatesville, Texas, where Routier began by reminiscing about her children.
Devin was always trying to make everybody laugh. He was always doing funny things, making silly faces. Damon was still at the age where he would let me hold him still. Oh, God. I swear I did not murder my children, I swear.
Okay. Red flags popping up for me. First one that pops up is the little girl voice that she's putting on. She does have a high voice for real, but she's putting on the little girl thing because she wants to appear more vulnerable, more girl-like, less aggressive, and more innocent so that you buy her story. So whenever you hear a little girl's voice or a soft voice or a little gentle voice, a red flag should pop up. Second of all, she's got the right body language here in her face, micro expression. So we've got the upturned eyebrows coming up here, and we've got the actual tear and mucus coming out of here. So that's right. But what I find with this is that there is other things to be looking at.
I miss him so much. I swear I did not murder my children.
Okay, I swear I did not murder my children. I swear I did not. Swear is a qualifying statement. Did not is also a qualifying statement. So there's 2 qualifying statements in one sentence, and then I've got a red flag that pops up. I'm like, why are you saying did not? That's very formal language. Normally it's just I didn't murder him. And another thing is you, the watcher, if you're not feeling anything, that should also be a red flag, because our mirror neurons mirror what's going on in here. If we feel nothing for her tears, we know something's amiss, something's wrong, so we've got to dig deeper.
What woke you up?
My little boy, Damon, he was pressing on my shoulder and he was saying, "Mommy." I sat straight up when...
Okay, look at her body language now. She's pretty relaxed, talking about something pretty horrific. Relaxed body language, talking about something horrific.
He said that, and I saw the guy starting to walk away from me.
She saw the guy starting to walk away from her. Wouldn't she say, I saw a guy walking away, a guy, because you're not close to the guy. So it's not the guy, it's a guy.
Her neck wound is still visible.
And that's true, she did have a neck wound.
Yet she has no memory of the attack at trial.
And look at that. So she's very light with how she's explaining herself. This is incongruent with someone who's in grief.
Even Darlie conceded it would be hard to sleep through it.
I know I didn't sleep through that. I mean, how would anybody sleep through something like that?
Okay, incongruent body language. She's very light-hearted, talking about someone who's just slashing her throat. Let's have a look at that again.
I know I didn't sleep through that. I mean, how would anybody sleep through something like that?
Inappropriate laughter and smiling.
But yet you say you don't remember.
But I don't remember.
Baby doll voice coming through, and we've got the eyes, believe me, look on her face.
Can you imagine waking up out of your sleep with a man?
And right here, if you look at a really little micro expression, she's got some sort of sarcasm coming through, and her head sort of wobbles side to side. That's, well, can you imagine? So let's have a look at that again.
Can you imagine waking up out of your sleep with a man attacking you?
Okay, so this is slightly sarcastic. This is inappropriate again.
What do you think happened then if you can't remember but you don't think you slept through it?
I think that I tried to fight with a man.
I think that I tried to fight with a man. You either did or you didn't, not tried to.
He either knocked me unconscious, or I think that when, he slit my throat or whatever, I think I passed out.
Okay, so little red flags are popping up all over the shop. I'm going to have a look at this, what she said again.
tried to fight with a man, and I think that he either knocked me unconscious,
You can see that she's making this up as she goes.
or I think that when
I think. So she's using a lot of I think because she wants to fill in the blanks. This didn't happen.
he slit my throat or whatever, I think
He slit my throat and then her one shoulder came up. That's a lie.
I passed out.
And lots of hesitations too. This is the policeman.
He's got his eyes open, and he's trying to breathe. I told her that she needed to help him, but
He's uncomfortable,
she just wouldn't help him.
so she wouldn't help him.
That's a lie.
That's a lie. So the policeman here is lying, and she's got her please believe me look on her face.
There's no other words to use. That's a lie.
She said
Because she's thinking of other words to use to make you believe that that he's lying.
she comforted Damon.
I told him to hold on.
Little baby doll voice again.
I told him to be strong.
And believe me again.
And he said, okay, Mommy. He shook his head. That was the last words I ever heard him say.
The prosecutor.
Okay, again, if you feel nothing, that's because nothing's been felt by her. You'll see it in a lot of movies, a lot of B actors or even A actors, when they're not in the moment and they really don't feel anything, you're not feeling anything either because they're acting.
Behind in the mortgage, financially strapped.
I was a normal person just like anybody else. A normal mother that has normal, just normal like everybody else, doesn't go to sleep, and all of a sudden just snap and become a psychotic maniac killer.
So she put those words in your mouth right there because the way she knows that's how she's coming across or what she became.
And all of a sudden just snap and become a psychotic maniac.
Interesting. So doesn't go to sleep. So what she's saying is this is what she did. She didn't go to sleep and then she became a maniac.
If I had done this to my children, I would be the first person to stand up and say, oh my God, I need help. What have I done?
Because I think she's psychopathic or sociopathic. There's something like that going on with her.
A mother couldn't live with herself.
But now, Darlie, they're saying that you could live with it because you're a psychopath.
And look at that. There's a little bit of contempt coming in here because she called her out on that. And there's an inappropriate smile.
And that you could kill and not have a
I'm
conscience
sure that
about
fits
it.
their theory.
And then she became sarcastic again. Now this is really disturbing because this was 7 days after the murder of the kids. And she is celebrating one of their birthdays. Look at her behavior.
Happy birthday.
What really worked for the prosecution at the trial was this videotape of the party at the grave.
Happy birthday, dear Devin.
I asked Darlie to look at it again.
Do you not say, as I do, oh, for heaven's sake, Darlie, chewing gum, smiling, spraying silly string,
Well-
and the jury wanted to see it over and over again. You still don't think it was?
So she's blinking because she's stressed right now.
Your husband's mother said to me, you said to her, wouldn't you want to see the person who did this die? Do you remember those words?
I do. And I
Little baby doll voice again.
still feel that way today.
But if it's you who dies,
I know the truth. I know what really happened.
And there's sarcasm coming in again. So she's full of sarcasm. She's arrogant in her acting way. She was convicted and she's on death row at the moment. So yeah, body language done with Darlie Routier, a very problematic psychopath. Thanks for watching. This is The Dialogue. Please like, subscribe, share, and ding my bell for future videos.